So I've always wanted to talk about Dr. Slump, though I've never come up with a compelling reason to do so. Until today. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite story from Dr. Slump, or the gag. Because it's a gag manga. It's all about jokes. That's what Dr. Slump is, and that's why it's so different from Dragon Ball. Akira Toriyama created Dragon Ball because he was tired of writing joke after joke every single week for Dr. Slump, and it was the only way he can get away from it. It was by creating Dragon Ball. But anyways, we're not talking about Dragon Ball today. Today we're talking about Dr. Slump. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my favorite gag from Dr. Slump. It's the one that I always think about when I'm telling somebody about Dr. Slump. Okay? And it's actually a fairly early gag. So if you're interested in picking up Dr. Slump and you haven't seen it yet, it's episode 2. It's episode 2. I can't tell you the chapter if you're reading the manga because I never looked it up. So the episode starts off with Senbei daydreaming about how much of a genius he is for creating Arale. In the daydream, there are other scientists there who are jerking him off because he created Arale, a sentient robot. And what gives it away was Arale laughing and everybody just being surprised. They're like, oh, she's a robot, but she's laughing? Wow! And yes, and you know, Senbei does the typical thing that he does where he has his cool face. So Arale, the real Arale, comes in and wakes him up from his daydream, and she tells him, Doctor, I'm missing something. And Senbei's like, what is it that you're missing? And Arale goes, it's something important. I was in gym class, and while I was changing, the other girls were noticing that I'm missing something. It's something that they have that I don't. And so the doctor goes ahead and just like freaks out. He's like, I mean, you don't really need one. And she's like, but I want one. The other girls in class have one. And he's like, yeah, but you don't really need one. And then she's like, make me one. And he goes, well, I really can't because I've never actually seen one in real life. And she's like, I don't care, make me one. So he's like trying to wrap his head around it, and he's like, well, I can make you a man. And she's like, no, I want what the other girls are having. So Senbei works all throughout the night trying to come up with an invention so that he can figure out what girls have that Senbei's never seen. He comes up with the see-through glasses. But these see-through glasses, they're like what you expect. Anything that isn't human or organic cannot be registered in the glasses. So clothes cannot be registered. Walls, they can't be registered. Arale cannot be registered. And Senbei's even like, oh yeah, well I guess Arale can't be seen because she's a robot. So the two start strolling down the street and they're trying to find a woman so that Senbei can go ahead and see what she has that Arale doesn't have. So he comes across this woman who is sitting on a bench. Her name is Aoi, and she's reading a book. So Senbei sits next to her and like really creepily, slyly puts the glasses on, and he takes a look at her and freaks out because he sees her chest. Right? And then Senbei gets back up and he's like, all right, I can do this. Remember, it's in the name of science. It's in the name of science, okay? I'm gonna find out what a woman has, what it looks like. So he sits back down, and Right before Senbei goes ahead and takes a look, this cat comes out from the woman's bag and sits on her lap. And so she's just sitting there, and the cat's on her lap, and Senbei can't take a look. It actually shows some of her thigh, but not down there. So Senbei tries to get the cat off. He picks up a stick, starts poking it in the face like that until it pisses off the cat, and the cat attacks Senbei. In that moment, the woman gets on her bus and takes off, and Senbei's just there confused, not knowing what's going on, and he's like, where are my glasses? And he takes a look and sees that Arale is looking at her friends nakedly, and somebody goes, Yamabuki Sensei's coming, and Senbei freaks out. By the way, Yamabuki Sensei is Arale's homeschool teacher, and Senbei has a huge crush on her. And this is actually the first time in the story that he tries to use his science for perverted tactics to see Yamabuki Sensei. There's a few episodes later where he comes up with this huge contraction that involves everybody in the town. But anyways, the funny thing about that is that he eventually marries Yamabuki Sensei. Go figure, right? Yamabuki Sensei's coming. She's riding on her bike, and so Senbei takes the glasses away from Arale, starts rushing over there. He's all excited. He's freaking out. He's gonna see Yamabuki Sensei naked. In his excitement, he tumbles over, crashes, falls, and lands right in front of the teacher. And she's like, "Hey, what's going on? Why did you crash in front of me?" And he's still like really hazed from the crash. And Arale comes up to Senbei and she goes, "Doctor, did you get a look at her belly button?" The belly button. The belly button. Arale wants a belly button. I know. I know. It's my favorite story.
どうしたのかしら。いきなりスクーターの前に飛び出してくるなんて。博士、博士。
あられ。
見えた。おへそ。
おへそ。
Anyways, so this video was made to go ahead and try out the green screen and talk about Dr. Slump, and thanks for watching.